After qualitative research design, the second research, that is the quantitative research design. By the term you can easily understand that quantitative research design means the design which used to deal with the numbers, statistics and mathematical variables. Quantitative method may be defined as the techniques associated with the gathering, analysis and interpretation and presentation of numerical information. The primary objective of quantitative design is to investigate those facts which are of the numerical nature, which can be verified or which can be measured on certain scales. Though the qualitative characteristics has also made variable and estimable by the scaling method in the social science techniques. The scaling method is used to convert the qualitative data into the quantitative one, and it is analyzed in the quantitative form, and after analysis whatever the numerical result comes, on that basis the interpretation of any behavior or attributes is given. The areas of study in the quantitative research may be the statistical analysis, comparison, census and all those investigations where the data required in the numerical form. After analyzing, discussing about the qualitative and quantitative methods on the basis of their distinct approach as to the nature of investigation, the nature of data, the second way of understanding the research design, that is on the basis of the nature of data, that is doctrinal and empirical research design. Doctrinal and empirical research designs are commonly used in legal research, and doctrinal research design is frequently and prominently used in legal research. Distinction between these two kinds of design, one is doctrinal, second one is empirical, can be understood on the basis of the terms used to denote these design. First is doctrinal research design. Doctrinal research design is a design which is commonly used to study the facts in library or through participation in all those activities where the information comes from the credible source. By the term, you can easily understand doctrine. Doctrine means any principle, and principle means all those facts, information which are deemed true. In our day-to-day life, we used to rely on the informations, universal facts. We do not go into investigation and test those facts. Merely on the basis of their acceptability, they become the principle. On this approach, we can understand the data relied only on the basis of truthness, that the data which comes from any source of information, and that source of information is credible, In that case, there is no need to test or investigate the fact in real social circumstances. It provides the convenience to researcher to proceed his research on the basis of information which is in the form of doctrinal nature. In legal research, there are basically three sources of authority, that is legislative, judicial and the custom. Wherever any information exists in our society in the form of legislative text, precedents and existed customs, in that case the researcher investigate and search the data, analyze the data within the propounded principles provided by these authoritative sources. In doctrinal research, the researcher can collect the data from library by looking into the books, journals, other documentary material, where he has reason of satisfaction that first, that the information comes from the credible source. The person who is generating this information is somewhere expert, authoritative or experienced person. Only then he has reason to rely him. And second, that the information coming from the source is relevant to his work. If he is satisfied on these two stages and if he has no scope of doubt as to the truthness of the information, he can accept that information for his research. Where the research is performed on this principle, that is the doctrinal research method. Next to doctrinal research method, a method which is commonly used in socio-legal research, that is empirical research and also known as non-doctrinal research. Whereas in empirical research, researcher does not rely on the information coming from the second source, coming from other sources. There is no reliance on the credibility of the information. In that case, he directly go in the society to observe the facts, collect those facts through various techniques and tools, and thereafter analyze them and comes with the conclusion as to the existence of any fact or information in the society. The approach behind these two methods, doctrinal and empirical. In doctrinal method works only on the basis of credibility of source, relevancy of information and assumption as to the truthness of the information. Whereas empirical research relies on the investigation of the researcher, reliability of tools and techniques applied for the data collection, their proper analysis, and the final conclusion comes after focusing on all the aspects relating to the research designing. This lecture can be summarized as the research design is a first and important aspect which provides the shape to any research work. It is a blueprint of research which is designed and shaped in the light of the formulation of research problem, research objectives and purposes attached therewith. It provides the procedural direction to the research in the light of the purpose and limitations of research. Research design contains all the steps, techniques, methodology, methods of the research study. And at last, I suggest that the researcher should, free from external models, suggested he should take his own decision in the light of the objective of research, purpose of research and limitations thereof. Thank you. Goodbye.